11-6. Birds backups dropped the game to the Commanders. Lose a shot at number 2 seed. Welcome to episode 21, Cheap Seats. I'm Jay Sensi, joined by the man himself, Tyler Calvey. And, I really thought this was going to be a pretty uneventful Sunday. Kind of thought the Bears were going to steamroll the Lions. Would have rendered this game pretty meaningless. To my surprise, found myself shouting at the TV for 3 hours at our second string team. Missed opportunity, man. Frustrated.
Yeah,
Frustrated.
It was just bad execution, bad game plan, bad coaching. I just can't even, no balls. Like, you got a couple starters. When it was 16-0 at half in the other game, I think you have to have that conversation with some of your starters. I mean, maybe not Jalen Hurts, but, put Devontae Smith in the game. Talk to some of the defensive players, especially with the secondary, how poorly they're playing. I mean, we got a lot of answers, though, today. Like, why is Jacorian Bennett never playing? And we found out.
I don't ever want to see him play cornerback again. I never want to see Kelly Ringo play cornerback again. Good on special teams. I never want to see him in a corner again.
No.
There was another guy who had, what the hell is his name? Is it 22?
Yeah.
24? No, 20. I don't know. Pass interference in the end zone.
Yeah.
Basically gave the game away. I mean, fuck, man. We had that shot at that number 2 seed. We could be playing kind of a lame duck Green Bay next week, and instead we get San Francisco coming to town.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a weird game. It was going for it on fourth down early. I didn't understand that. I thought that there wasn't going to be a ton of games or a ton of points scored.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the points when you can. It was weird. That's us this year, man. You're hyper aggressive in certain instances, and then you're completely conservative by not even like bringing in some of the starters or trying to win the game. What else did we learn? Tanner McKee ain't that fucking guy. Because I remember when, Jalen Hurts came off the bench as a young player and he cooked.
Yep.
And he just looked scared. It was almost like he threw that pick and then they were just like, hey, man, just don't throw another one.
Yep.
Throw it out of bounds if you got it. Just don't throw another pick.
No, it looked like a deer in headlights after that pick. No, most of our backups are bad.
Yeah.
Like bad.
Yeah.
Especially on the defense. Man, I'm so frustrated.
Yeah. The 2 seed was a big thing. I mean, you don't get the bye like you used to, but when you're looking at the difference between playing the 49ers, who, they're banged up. I'm not too afraid of the Niners. I think that, offensively they're pretty good, but defensively they're terrible. I watched that Seahawks game and I wasn't impressed either way. I mean, Seahawks smacked them around. They have a tough defense, but they just smacked them around and, they barely only scored 13 points.
Yeah, I think it was 13-3.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but
I mean, you look at that. I watched that game too, and it's either they're both equally bad, or they're both really good,
right?
And I'm kind of leaning towards they're both kind of mediocre teams. I don't see greatness on either of those. I think Seattle got the edge, but I don't think, like I said in the last episode, there's nobody in the NFC. Quite frankly, I don't think there's anybody in the playoffs right now that I don't think the Eagles can go and beat. It's just frustrating knowing that we could have had a much maybe smoother path to get there and probably 2 guaranteed home games in the playoffs, which is huge for us.
Well, here's a stat for you. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts undefeated at home in the playoffs in their career. On the road, winless. Lost 2 games on the road to Tampa twice. I mean, I guess the only good thing that happened today was the Falcons beat the Bucs, so we don't have to play the Bucs in the playoffs at any point. So that's good.
But there's probably almost no scenario where we play Carolina.
No, but I'm just
Too
saying
close in seeds.
you know,
Yeah. Our nemesis.
yeah, we don't have to deal
They're out.
with Baker Mayfield running around making plays on us. So
That's fair.
but man, just you wanted it to go your way until it goes your way. I mean, Dallas got their ass kicked today.
Yep.
It would have just been a nice cherry on top for us to take that 2 seed and secure it, and then you get back-to-back home playoff games, and let everything fall where it may. And I guess the only good thing I can say is, the Niners and Seahawks beat the dog shit out of each other. The Lions and the Bears beat the dog shit out of each other. So we're going to be rested. So I appreciate the fact that we got to rest some of the starters, but I would have liked to have seen something, a contingency plan for if we could steal that 2nd seed.
Yep.
Maybe start the starters, let them play a quarter or two. See if we could get
14.
a lead. Yeah, if we got a lead in that game, I don't think that they would have came back and beat us.
No.
But, I mean.
Or put some of the defensive guys in. I mean, they showed Reed Blankenship there kind of
wanted
begging to come in.
He wanted to. And that's the thing, too, about this team. They want to play.
Yeah.
They didn't want to sit, I don't think, I mean, I get you want to sit Jalen, Saquon. Yeah. There's a certain guys you don't want to risk injury, but fucking hey, man.
You got to wonder if some of the players are sitting there questioning Nick at this juncture, right? Because they want an easier path. They wanted to play. I mean, Devontae was out there. He wanted 1,000 yards. He could have went back out there for sure.
Yeah.
You got to wonder if some of the guys are sitting there going, fuck, man, I would have much rather play 2 games at home, almost guaranteed. Got to win next week, of course. Yeah. But I would have much rather a banged-up Green Bay and then another game at home against whoever the highest seed remaining is after the wild card round. But
which could have been the Bears at home rather than going to Chicago.
Yeah.
So, but you're right, though. I mean, hope amongst hope that, it still falls the way it can. Please, Green Bay Packers, just find a way to beat the Bears. You guys have had the rivalry of all rivalries.
They should have beat them the last game.
The last time, yeah, and they lost everybody in that game.
Yep.
But I don't know. I just don't see it. We're gonna probably have to go on the road if we're gonna go to the Promised Land. But fuck it, flush it, shake it off.
Let's go.
Shake it off, Taylor Swift, and let's just move on. We got the playoffs starting. This is what we wanted. I would have liked this 2 seed, but it's gone and over with.
Yep.
Let's the Niners it is.
It's going to be interesting to see what day the game lands. I think they're going to probably wait until the Pittsburgh Baltimore game wraps up to release the actual schedule.
Yeah.
But I've been checking, usually some of the beat writers are pretty quick about finding out some inside information. I'm gonna do some quick looking while we're chatting here, because I'd love to know when it's gonna be. There is a game on Monday night, so I think there's Saturday, Sunday, and then I think they do one on Monday night.
Yeah.
I mean,
traditionally we play on a Saturday. We usually play the early one. I mean, I think in the last couple years, as far as like wild card goes, I think we played the Saturday game mostly.
Yep.
Except for the Tampa one we lost 2 years ago. I think that was a Monday nighter, right?
I think that was the Monday night.
Yeah, that was a Monday nighter. But I don't know. We'll see.
It's going to be. I mean, we've got a lot of interesting history with the Niners coming to town in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That NFC Championship game was fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Have a nice little repeat of that. I think our defense is better now than it was in 17. No, not 17, 20.
No, that was 22.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
No, 17 was the Vikings.
Yeah.
Different defense.
Different defense.
Yep.
This team, though, this Niners team, they're resilient. They're tough, but I watched yesterday. If you hit them in the mouth enough times, they don't want to get back up.
Yep.
So that's something that's going to be a point of emphasis for us. We need to put the smack down defensively on them. But listen, Kevin Patullo, whatever plays you were sitting on today that you were afraid to pull out or you didn't want to pull out in the second half of the Bills game, You better be fucking masterfully putting together this game plan for this week 1 of the playoffs. Because I'll tell you, if we come out and we score fucking 13 points in this game and we somehow lose to the Niners, I don't see Kevin Patullo getting out of Philly alive.
Ooh, buddy, he's been on thin ice a long time.
But here's also the thing too, Sirianni, sometimes he's just such a buffoon. He drives me nuts. Just his stupid face sometimes.
I mean, especially today's like today.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I agree. Maybe you don't go in planning to play the starters, but like you said, you got to have a contingency plan, man. When you look up, when you go in at half and it's 16-0 Detroit, and I mean, the Bears came back and tied it, so they made it a game. But at that juncture, you look at the analytics, the Lions were like 97% at that juncture going to win that game.
Yeah, you're a big analytics guy, Nick.
You got to do whatever you can to win the game against the Commanders team playing a third-string quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
put some fucking guys in.
And then you look around the league and you see how Houston went about it. Houston played their starters for the first half and a little bit into the third, and then they pulled their guys when things were kind of wherever they were. They were where they were. The Jacksonville Jaguars played most of their starters for where they were. I don't know. I just don't understand, him not sacking up and trying to fucking win this fucking game.
I mean, this is going to go one of two ways. We're going to run the table, or we're going to make a deep run and we'll forget about this. Or this is going to go terrible, and this is all we're going to talk about is what if, right? What if we had the 2 seed? What if we had played the starters for a quarter?
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, as poorly as our offense is at times, we score early a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I think we could have built up a nice little lead, and then you can kind of sit some guys and then see how the game plays out.
Yep.
But like I said, we're going to flush this one. But they better figure it out, and we need to score some fucking points next week because the Niners are going to come and try and score points. Like, that's what they do. And that's the only way they're going to be able to win. I don't think they're going to be able to play hard-nosed, tough defense. They just don't have that in them right now. With all the injuries they had on that side of the ball, they just don't have that ability. So the only chance they got is to score a lot of points, and we got to figure out what we're going to do. But positives from this game, Jai Campbell, really just what a great pick.
Yep.
The last couple weeks, he's just played so well. He wasn't playing a bunch because of Nakobe Dean coming back, but, when he does come in, man, he plays extremely well. I thought Jeremiah Trotter Jr. played really well. So, there's some of the front 7 guys looked really good.
Yep.
But, Jalix Hunt with an interception.
Yep.
He's
and
a
fumble
stud.
recovery.
And a fumble recovery. He's a stud. So there's some positives from this. I hope that the players have a sour taste in their mouth from today, and they go out and they take that out on the Niners next week.
Yep. Yes. Did you ever see a defensive end jump a route on the outside and make a pick?
Not like
I
that.
don't know if I've ever seen
not like that.
An edge rusher.
Yeah, he was out of like one-on-one with like a corner, he was almost like a cornerback.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah. No,
what a play.
I think he played safety in college.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a safety.
That tracks.
Yeah, he was an undersized, D end when we drafted him, and people were kind of like, well, draft him as a defensive end linebacker. But, yeah, man, he's a stud. I thought, Moro Jomo, when he played well today. Our interior played really well. Ty Robinson, not ready.
No, not yet.
But, yeah, man, I don't know. Like, we're locked into the 3 seed. The Niners are where it's at. And, I think we can beat any team that they put in front of us. But I know for a fact we can beat every team at home. But as far as next week goes, and we got to go travel after that, things get fucking crazy when you got to go on the road.
Yeah, and I mean, I would love to think that you're right, that they're holding back, that they're holding plays. I don't think that's the case. I think this just is who this team is. maybe that's a little bit of pessimism in it, but I just don't think they've shown us anything else beyond this. Maybe they surprise us, but I mean, if you guys are holding back, it's win or go home now. You got to take the handcuffs off. Do whatever we got to do to win at this point. I mean, again, I trust Jalen in these situations, and I think he gives himself a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a chip on the shoulder in playoff situations. So I expect him to look a little bit differently going forward. But, man, I hope they got a bag of tricks. Not tricks, just normal plays. Like, non-shit plays.
Yeah, like almost like a high school offense, right?
Fuck.
Like a real NFL offense.
I saw a good meme that it was Kevin Patullo, and it said he was cranking the Madden difficulty up to all Madden to prepare for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think it was on Rookie.
I wish he was taking some plays from Madden because they would be better than what we were running in the second half of, the Bills game.
Oh.
Yeah, and some parts of this game too. It was still, but I mean, I get that. But this makes sense when the offense looks like this. You got a bunch of backups in. They don't get a bunch of reps. Okay, we'll give you a pass here, but no quarterback runs over the past 2 weeks. I'm assuming that's going to change. That's what I'm saying. Like holding back, not like this offense is going to hit the ground and become a whole totally different offense, but sprinkling in some things that even just some of the route concepts. I thought for a couple weeks there they were getting better, and then we went back to, hey, run 5 yards down the field and turn around. You run 10 yards down the field and turn around. You run 8 yards and turn around.
Or you two guys run into each other.
Yeah, we'll run into each other. Yeah. No, there
was one play where we had three guys
standing next to each other.
Literally.
Yeah. No, but that like if they were running into each other, maybe they were trying to run
like
they were trying to run some mesh stuff, but that's not happening either. We run we run the least amount of mesh and crossers. So, like I said, I'm assuming that this is going to pick up as the playoffs go. If they were holding anything back, if they have some wrinkles in the system, I'm expecting it to happen. The run game, as far as Jalen, is going to pick up.
Yep.
So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's just this fucking team this year has just. Have you like any other year? It's like, yeah, they're frustrated. We've been frustrated with Eagles. Like, man, you got to win that game and this and that. But they're just. It's quarter to quarter, drive to drive, half to half. You're like, who the fuck is this team? And where was the team that was just here?
This is one of the most frustrating teams I can remember in fandom history. And I say that with an 11-6 record.
Yeah.
3 seed in the playoffs, division champs. So, I mean, there's some good there, right? I don't want to act like we're ungrateful for where they're at, but man, we just know that they could be leaps and bounds ahead of this.
Yeah, most teams, it's like game to game, they could be different.
Yep.
But it's us, it's like drive to drive, quarter to quarter, half to half. You're like completely different. Like the first half of the Bills game compared to the second half of the Bills game. You're like, what happened?
It's hard to comprehend. Like if you watch that game again, I mean, the outcome.
Yeah.
Right? We pulled it out, but what the fuck happened?
Yeah, if you gave me the second half stats and said Jalen went 0 for 7, we punted the ball, 4 straight drives, and then Josh Allen had 2 touchdowns and X amount of who wins the game.
Yeah, we got blown out.
Yeah, we got blown out. It was a bad game, from start to finish.
I did see an interesting stat, though, that I want to pull up that relates to Jalen.
Fucking Sirianni. He just pulled his fucking pussy out for the world today, though. It just, ugh.
I didn't want to see it. I didn't enjoy seeing it.
You play to win the game. Herm Edwards.
All right. So this is, Jalen didn't play today, right? So Eagles are 2-5 this season when Jalen throws for more than 200 yards. They're 9-0 when he passes for less than 200.
Yeah.
200 is not a lot. Like
no.
there are guys throwing for 350, 400 yards.
Actually, how about this? This is the lowest year for passing yards per game in any other since 2018. 2018, I think there was 19 quarterbacks who averaged 250 yards a game.
Wow.
This year, there's 3 who are averaging 250 plus yards a game. I think it's like Stafford, maybe Drake May, and I think one other quarterback.
Really?
Yeah. Like the statistics. But it's also like if you watch the games now, everything's too high safety.
Well, yeah.
And they're forcing teams to, chip their way down the field. And the running game, I felt like the running game, what's old is new. I think the Eagles, they watched the Eagles play last year, the Ravens over the last couple of years, and they said, we need to find ourselves a running game because, the linebacker, especially the middle linebacker position, has kind of got devalued with the running back position. And when you upgrade your running back position, you're going to need to upgrade your middle backer position.
For sure. I got another interesting stat. This one is going to irk our friend Bill. Now, don't quote me. I may be wrong because I did not watch the Jets game today. But if the Jets did not have an interception today, they would be the first and only team to not have an interception in the entire season since 1933.
Whoa.
They had no picks.
Yeah.
And I don't think they had any today because I'm looking at it, and the Bills played Mitch Trubisky, who had 4 touchdown passes.
Yikes.
It doesn't show any picks, so unless there was a
what
rogue,
did the Jets end up? What was their final? 2-14.
3-14. Best 3-14.
The best 3-14 in NFL history, though, for sure. I mean, if you really look at it, like they could have been 14-3 if a couple bounces went their way.
Could have been, yeah. So, sorry, Bill. I do have a dilemma I need your opinion on. All right?
Yep.
Might be one of the biggest decisions I make in 2026. Also, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Playoff beard. All right, hear me out. 2017, I stopped shaving or stopped trimming the beard, I think after we lost to the Seahawks. It was a disgusting, terrible beard, but it worked.
Yeah.
We won it all. Nick Foles. All right. Last year, I decided not to do playoff beard. We win it all. I don't even really know if I thought about it in the 22 season. So I'm kind of, the playoff beard is sometimes it's in, sometimes it's not. Now, I don't know what to do. If you were me, you going playoff beard?
Well,
you've trimmed. You've trimmed in the last episode.
Yeah.
I have not. I'm going on a week
here's
here.
the thing. I trimmed it and I made a mistake. I don't shave unless the Eagles lose. Like even if like during the season, all season.
I never noticed that.
Look at last episode had full beard.
Yeah.
And we were on a 4-game winning streak.
That's true.
So, I'm a big fan.
Right. You were here while the game today was still going on. So you fucked this up.
No, I fucked it up. Yeah.
They lost because of you.
No,
your beard.
I just didn't think I was
Lack
like,
of
because
beard.
I was assuming we're going to go on this historic run and, and also I didn't really think today mattered. I kind of thought I was like, fuck this game, like the Bears are going to handle business and then, we're going to either win or lose or whatever the case is. But yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the playoff beard. I'm actually a big fan of, I don't shave until the Eagles lose.
All right.
So like literally last year was like really bad up until that we lost to the Commanders and late in the year. And I was like, thank God.
You started over.
I shaved immediately. So,
All right. Well, I think I'm going to let it roll then.
Yeah. I mean,
let it roll.
Listen.
See what happens Saturday or Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
Depending on what they do here. I'm trying to see if maybe they release an inkling of no, nothing yet.
Yeah, I think they'll wait until everybody's concluded.
Everybody's done?
Yeah.
All right. Well, 49ers at home sometime next weekend, wild card round. Let's go handle business. It's 1-0 every week at this point.
1-0 4 times. That's it. We've won, even as poorly as we played this year, we've gone on a 4-0 run against teams. So we can do it. We just got to get 4 wins. That is it.
4-0.
1-0.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
See you next week.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory.